All right. Thank you, squad. Appreciate that. Do me a favor. Make sure your name's on this and your class. Everyone here is 803, so we should be good to go. So we are actually going to be sort of recapping back on is digging into inferences. Does anyone remember that? I know it's been a while. Inferences? When we infer something? Yes. What is it, Leilani? So, no, quick little refresher. We are going to do what I like to call a trash pass. You're going to dig inside. You're going to take an item of trash. It's mostly recyclables. Nothing is too dirty or gross. And then you are going to get 30 seconds to analyze your piece of trash. So, trash for you, Tamari. Here is some trash for you. Here is some trash for you. Here is some trash for you. And last but not least, some trash for you. So,
Oh my God.
30 seconds. And I want you guys to jot down 2 things you notice about your piece of trash. 2 things. Any blank space on the paper or on the back. Just jot it right on the back. 2 things that you notice about your piece of trash. What does this trash tell you? I know, Chanel, I know, right? Don't kill anybody. On the back of your paper, jot down 2 things you notice about your trash. Because it's been a while since we talked about inferences. But 2 things you notice about this trash. Any 2 things. It doesn't have to be a whole sentence. You can write it in bullets.
I forgot what this called.
A seashell?
Seashell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no.
No, it's fine, Jose. So, while you guys are writing, we're just gonna go ahead and start sharing out. Tamari, what are 2 things you notice about your piece of trash?
Okay, so this piece of trash
Mhm.
is smaller than a baby's outfit, right?
Mhm.
So it looks big. And I noticed it's a dog outfit because it got a bone.
Ah, attention to detail. Very nice. Joshua, what's one thing you notice about your piece of trash?
It expires August 19th, and it's used for headaches.
Okay, all right. What's one thing you notice about your trash?
I noticed it's a seashell,
Uh-huh.
and it's missing the other half.
Oh, it's missing something. Okay, so it's kind of banged up.
Yeah.
Got it. What do you notice about your trash, Leilani?
It's a keypad for puppies. It comes in.
Okay. And Chanel, what do you notice about your trash?
This is your passport?
Okay, that's a fact. All right, fair enough. So what I want you guys to do, bringing it back to what we say or what we do when we infer something is, the jig is up. That is my trash. So what does a piece of trash that you have maybe tell you about me, Miss A?
You have headaches.
You have a dog.
So hold on, because I hear you guys talking at once. So can we just shoot around in this direction? We're gonna start with Chanel. What does your piece of trash tell you about Miss A, since now you know it belongs to me?
Travel places?
All right, I'll take that. What does your trash tell you about me,
You have
Leilani?
a puppy.
Okay, I have a puppy. What does your trash tell you about me?
To eat this type of thing.
That I like to eat seafood, perhaps. Okay, seashells. What does your trash tell you about me, Joshua?
I don't know. Everyone uses it.
That will give
Okay.
you headaches, yeah.
It's not that it gives me headaches, but that what?
No,
Clearly I have
no,
a-
that we're
What
gonna
is
say
it?
that we get
So
that I
like-
have colds and
Yeah.
I get headaches. Thank you. Did I ever tell you, oh my God, Joshua, I have really bad headaches? That's not something you actually knew about me. Lies and deceit. You didn't know that.
I did.
We could call
When?
It's like a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
In
Okay.
6th grade. 6th grade.
Okay, 6th grade. Got it. 2-3 years ago. What does your trash tell you about me,
You
Tamari?
have a small dog. It's
Excellent.
probably a girl. It's pink.
Ah, so Tamari said something, and we're gonna kind of go with her piece of trash. And these 2 things are in common. Can you guys infer what kind of dog that I have?
Yorkie?
Chihuahua.
Maybe not specifically, but is it a big dog, small dog?
It's a
medium
small dog.
Small dog, right? Now, what piece of evidence here, what trash would tell you that?
Purse.
Okay,
Because how small they are.
because how small it looks, right? Now, what about the wee wee pads would support that, Leilani?
It's a puppy.
It's for a puppy, right? It's for small dogs. It's not actually a big wee wee pad, it's a small one.
It's training little puppies.
Yes, it is. Now, granted, my dog is not a puppy. She's actually 3 years old, but she's a very small, feisty Pomeranian that only weighs 5 pounds. And yes, I love to dress her. outfits. So with that being the case, could you guys actually put your trash back in the trash bag, and I want you to write down your definition of an inference. Because what you guys did when you looked at my trash and came up with guesses about me, you weren't inferring things about me. You all just made a bunch of inferences about me. So I want you to tell me in your own words what you think an inference means. Based on this activity we just did, what do you think an inference is? Like, what is that? What does it mean to say I'm inferring? Or what does it mean to say, oh, that an inference is blah, blah, blah? How would you finish that sentence? In your own words, what do you think?
Isn't it like
Da. Right first, share later. Oh, you Joshua? You wanna go first?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Share out what your definition of an inference is.
An inference is when someone makes a hypothesis on a certain type of object.
Ooh, nice. I like that. Hypothesis. Sounds sexy. Go ahead. What say you, Jose? What's an inference?
An inference means a way to describe something that you see, like an object.
Okay, describing something. Close. What say you, Tamari?
Like to describe someone or something by looking at its features.
Okay, using what you see about that, using what's being described to sort of make some sort of, I guess, claim about the person. Fair enough. Go ahead,
Predict
Leilani.
something.
Oh, prediction. I like that. What'd you say, Chanel?
assumption?
Oh, an assumption. Oh, I love the high level vocabulary. Hypothesis, assumption. Excellent. So really quickly, your definitions are pretty good. A lot of you were warned, but I want you to copy down the technical definition of an inference. Copy down technically what it means. An inference is basically when you create a new idea based on prior knowledge and evidence. And I've underlined prior knowledge and evidence because those are the two key pieces that you need in order to technically make an inference. That's what separates an inference from just a guess. That's what separates an inference from an assumption. It's because you're basing that inference on something very specific. It's on two things: prior knowledge and evidence. When we say prior knowledge, what does that mean? Prior knowledge.
Like,
Knowledge is what? Stuff that you
no.
know. Prior knowledge would be,
Something that we know already.
yes, literally, it means that. Prior knowledge is literally something you already knew. And then evidence is what?
Like,
Okay, information
Information that
proves something, sort of like
information that proves
facts.
something right or wrong.
Excellent. Facts, details, any kind of proof that you can give. So the other thing I want you to copy down is, how do you infer something? There's a process to this. Now, you guys were actually doing it when you were doing the trash pass activity, but you weren't conscious of what it was you were doing. And we're gonna spend a little bit more time practicing out what these steps look like. So when you infer something, usually you're going to read a text very carefully, and we all know that while we read, we should probably be
Annotating.
Thank you. Watch, Chanel, you're with me. You're with me right now. And after step one, when you've read and annotated, then you need to look for clues to information that's not stated explicitly, meaning it's not very blatant or very obvious. Then for step three, you kind of have to use the information and clues, plus whatever background knowledge that you know about the subject, in order to make your reasonable guess. That reasonable guess, that new idea, that is when you have actually produced, ta-da, the inference. So you now know what it means. You're gonna walk through these steps, and you kind of already done this, but we're just gonna practice it in a way that's explicitly clear, okay? So if you guys actually turn to the front of this paper that you've been taking notes on, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 do now questions that you guys are going to answer. And we're going to do the first one together. So once you guys are done writing your notes, just let me know. Flip to the other side, and we'll do the first do now question together. How many steps does it take to infer something? Don't look, Lord. Look at me. Don't look. 3 steps. Thank Thank you. It's very appreciated. Okay. So all we're doing for that do now, I know some of you are still writing, don't worry. I'm gonna read slowly so you guys have time to catch up. Is that there are sentences we're gonna go through, we're gonna read them together, and then you make an educated guess or an inference about what's happening to the characters in each of these scenarios. Now you don't know any more, you don't know any less. All you have is your prior knowledge, all you have is the information that they give to you, and then it's up to you to sort of go through those steps and come up with your own inference. And what I will say, there's no like right or wrong, you can infer what you can infer. But some inferences, some guesses are a little bit better than other, and we'll figure out how and why. So, number one, Evie arrives home at 4:30 and knows that her mother does not get off work until 5 p.m. Carla also sees that the lights are on in their house. Carla can infer that.
Somebody's home.
Okay, I would take that. What else could we infer?
Her mother got home earlier.
Ah, maybe mom got home early from where?
Work.
All right, mom got home early from work. What else can we maybe infer?
Maybe somebody just left the lights on.
Okay, it could have been left lights on accidentally. Left lights on accidentally. What else? What else could we infer about this?
Wait. Who's Carla? Carla's who?
We don't know. Here's an inference. Go ahead, Leilani.
Someone, she could probably think that someone broke into the house.
Thank you, Leilani. I was waiting for someone to say that. Say that again, Leilani.
Someone could have broken into the house.
All right, someone broke in. That was actually the inference I was waiting for. I'm surprised you guys didn't jump on that immediately. Because technically, is anyone really supposed to be home? Based on the information that they're giving us, should someone have already been home before 4:30? No, right? So we know that's a little bit wonky. So, oh, I get why this is confusing. I understand your question now, Tamara. You see how it starts off saying Evie, it should be
Yeah.
Carla. Sorry, it's supposed to be Carla. When you said who's Carla, I was like, you mean Rodriguez from 801. Sorry. So, it should say Carla instead of Evie. So, Joshua, riddle me this. Leilani made the inference that someone broke into the house, right?
Oh, okay.
Do you think that's a reasonable
Wait,
inference?
repeat that because I thought it was different.
No problem. So Leilani said one inference we can infer is that someone broke into the house. Would you agree that that's reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay. Does everyone here agree that that's reasonable?
Yeah.
Jose, do you think it's reasonable?
Yes and no.
Hold
Yeah,
on. Go ahead, Jose. Why yes?
Like Tamara said yes and no, because if you break into somebody's house, you will never leave. You will not leave the lights on.
Thank you. I was waiting for that connection. So is that actually a reasonable inference? Unless these are the world's stupidest burglars. Who breaks into a house and turns on the lights? No one really does that, right? So I would get rid of that. That inference, someone broke in, it seemed good on the surface, right? But when we actually dig into it a little bit and we look at the clues that they give us, if they turned on the lights, then it's probably somebody who what?
It's at home.
Is at home. Somebody who actually lives there. Somebody who's actually supposed to belong there.
The father.
So, thank you. That was one inference we never came up with. Maybe it's just her dad is
Or a
home.
sibling.
Or a sibling came home. So let's add that in. So it could be dad was home, or sibling came home.
But it only talks about her and her mom.
This is true. You're absolutely right. So do we have strong support for the dad or the sibling theory?
No.
No, we don't. So which one seems to be the best? Because we have quite a few. We said we know someone's home. Maybe mom got home early. Maybe they left the lights on. Maybe someone broke in. Maybe dad was home. Maybe a sibling was home. But I feel like there's one, maybe two that are the strongest inference based on what we're reading. Which one do you think it is?
One.
They left the light.
Lights on.
Mom got home early.
I would say lights left on by accident or mom got home early. Those to me are the strongest inferences because they relate directly to what it was that we read. So, do me a favor. Let's do one more together. Can you read for me, go ahead, Chanel, the next one.
Miss A's core teacher took off the day before and comes in with a sunburn. Miss A can infer that her coworker.
What can we infer? If Miss Faye all of a sudden
Went to the
comes in, yes. Jose, what are you gonna say that,
She
Chanel?
went on vacation.
I like that.
Took
So I'm
her day
hearing
off to
you.
do that.
So we could say went on vacation, went on vacay, went to beach. Yeah. What else could we infer? What could we infer about Miss A? If I found out Miss Faye had left me here with you guys all by myself and then came back with like a cute little tan and a little glow, what could you infer? That Miss A would probably be what?
Jealous.
Jealous. Yeah, you could probably infer that. Miss A would probably be jealous. So I want you guys to go ahead and you're gonna do the next three sort of independently and then we'll come back and review those. Okay, thank you, Bassett.